Alright, this video is for a fairly old contest. I believe it started in November of last year. And the concept for this is essentially you show what's in your dock, use a screen recorder such as Snap Pro X, iShowU, or Screencaster, and you basically show what you have in your dock, and this allows people to see, what applications other people are using, if they should probably invest time into learning those applications themselves, or whatever. Just it gives people a unique perspective on what others use in their daily lives. So to begin, I have Finder, which is basically default. You can't really remove that since it's a running application. Actually, you might be able to get rid of it with another method I found out, which I'm going to explain later in the video. Here I have Safari, which I have changed its icon to look a little bit better. And before anyone else says this, please do not recommend using Firefox, Camino, or anything else in the chat below or whatever. Because quite frankly, Safari is faster than them, and that's all that really matters to me. I've run my own benchmarks. I know Safari is faster for a fact. So next I have Adium, which I use for my IM client. I always logged into Yahoo, MSN, AIM, and Gmail. So I use this for quite a few things. Next is iTunes. Obviously, it looks a little bit different icon, but whatever, it's iTunes nonetheless. Next is Mail.app, which I've also changed this icon to look a little bit better. And it's telling me right now that I just got email. Next is Vienna, which is my RSS feed. See if I can open that. Drag this down. As you can see, I'm subscribed to quite a few RSS feeds. Dig.com and Lifehacker particularly give me a lot of things to read throughout the day. Next is a little hack. It's a terminal command. If you guys want to, I'll add it to the description. I'm not going to do it right now. But what it is it creates a blank application that sits in your dock, and it has a disabled name, so you don't see it above it. And I can right-click, remove from dock, where I can drag it off if I wanted to, and essentially just creates a separator so I can separate the various applications I use. Next is Final Cut Express. I did change this icon to Final Cut Pro's icon since I do like Final Cut Pro's icon better. The Final Cut Express icon does not blend with anything in my dock, and it was bugging the crap out of me, so I found the Final Cut Express icon, or Final Cut Pro icon, on the internet. And actually, my school computers have Final Cut Pro installed, so I may just pull the icon out of that and throw it for here, because this is a lower resolution version of the Final Cut Pro icon. Next is LiveType, which I use for sometimes working with titles. I don't really do it so much with this YouTube channel, but I do use it for various title effects. It's not as powerful as Final Cut Pro's, as it does lack many things which I do like, which are in Final Cut Pro's version of LiveType, but it gets the job done. Next is iMovie HD 06. I did change its icon. I like this one a little bit better as well. I use this for some things. Quick editing is really all I use this for. Next I have Wiretap Pro, which is basically so I can record audio and system sound. Whenever I have to use that sometimes. Next is Pixelmator, which I want to do a review video about, and I may do that soon. It's essentially a photo editor that's $60. It's pretty good, not perfect, but it does do some things pretty nice, and it does some pretty innovative things in it. Next is Vector Designer, which is a really new application. It was premiered at Macworld this year, 2008. And it's being hailed as being better than Adobe Illustrator in terms of what it can do vector-wise. I actually use this, or I'm going to be using this for web design in the future. I'm basically just messing around with it. It's a pretty cool application. I may do a review of that in the near future. Next is, my mouse just sort of jumped. Next is the GIMP. Again, photo editor like Pixelmator. Has a little bit more features. I use this for whenever I have to do really complicated things that the Pixelmator application cannot handle. And I had to hack this to get this to work in macOS 10. It doesn't normally work in macOS 10 Leopard due to various X11 complications, so I had to hack it to get it to work in macOS 10 Leopard. Next is another hacked dock separator. After that is Miro, which I use for RSS video streams. It's a podcast manager. I think it's a little bit better than iTunes, so I use it. Next is Transmission, which I use for torrents, the legal torrents, that is, I should add. I use it mainly to get Creative Commons music, which is free to download, free to distribute, and the like, to listen to. Next is Bean, which I use for my word processing. I also have, no, that's really the only thing I have in here. I used to have OpenOffice installed, but I didn't really need it, so Bean's enough for me. Does get the job done. It's pretty nice. Next is AppZapper, which I basically just use to delete various system preferences and the like that I do not want. After that is iShowU. I don't normally have this on my dock, but it's on there for recording this screencast. After that, I have my stacks, and stacks. What more can you say about them? Now, my mouse just sort of jumped across the screen for a second. I have two other applications that are running that you cannot see. One is Awaken, which is my alarm clock, and the other is LaunchBar. And I used a program called Dock Dodger to hide those off my dock. I do not want them on my dock since I don't really use them for anything. I don't need them on my dock. And I think I could probably use Dock Dodger on Finder to make that not appear on the dock. I'm going to try that out real fast, and if it works, then I'll add that to the end of this video. So this is what I have on my dock. If you have if you have a screen recording software, or even download the demo, people will like to see what's on your dock. It's a pretty cool thing when you see what other people use that you may not use. So whatever I make this video a video response to, just make your own video, make your video a response to the video I'm attaching this one to. Okay, a rather unique thing happened when I ran Dock Dodger, which is right here, on Finder. As you see, it says Finder is now undocked, or has been undocked. I restarted Finder, and it's working, or it should be working. Yep, working. However, it no longer appears as a running application, and it no longer appears in my dock. It doesn't have the little icon under it, as you can see. Even though Finder is working, it's running, when I ran Dock Dodger on it. So, that's kind of weird. I was not expecting that. Let me just undock and I'll show you how you do this. I like Dock Dodger because I don't want some things to appear on my dock. So I guess if I restarted Finder or restarted macOS 10, it would work. But look, it doesn't even say, like, right click Finder and it says open. Even though Finder is open, I'm browsing my Mac right now via Finder. Let me drag this in here. Got to insert my name and password. Don't want you guys to see how long my password is. Okay, return. Now it says it's docked. I've got to restart Finder now. Let me just... where's the terminal? So I killed all Finder. There we go. It's back working in the dock now. So that's sort of weird what happened. It made macOS 10 think that Finder wasn't running when in fact it was running. So yeah, I thought I would add that since that was just pretty interesting to see happen. I've never seen that happen in macOS 10. And of course now it's running up here in ForceQuit applications. So yeah, that's all for this video, guys. See you guys later.